Shout out to all the VIP members watching this full interview on day one. If you're not a VIP and you waited a full year to watch, hit the join button right next to the subscribe button and become a member for just $2.99 a month. And if you haven't subscribed, you already know what to do. Enjoy the interview. How's everything going, man? We got CI's Pops on the line right now with PPhilms. What's the word, man?
What's going on, PPhilms? How you doing, man?
Everything is great, man. I think the real question is, like, how are you feeling and what's going through your mind right now?
Man, one day at a time, man,
Gotcha. Absolutely. Listen, man, first I want to start this off by saying, thank you for coming on my platform and giving me the opportunity to help tell your story, all right?
Sure.
So on PPhilms, we try to help the viewers get to know whoever we're interviewing. We want them to get to know them on a deep level. You know what I'm saying? So I know the people want to know you, but they also want to know your son, CHII, who was a GOAT. You feel me? Is a GOAT. You know what I mean? We're going to speak and we're going to put it like that. So there might be personal questions, but it's only to let the people that love him and what he did, get to know him on a deeper level. All right?
Gotcha.
Bet. So, give the people before we take it to CHII, give the people a brief introduction as to who you are and where you're from.
From Harlem, New York.
Mm-hmm.
CHII Pops. Grew up in Harlem, migrated to the Bronx.
So at what age did you have CHII?
Oh, yeah. I would say, CHII would have been 19 now, 20.
20? Okay. So, and at that point, y'all was living in Harlem or the Bronx at that point?
At that point, I was in the Bronx.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I was seeing like a couple of old videos and all that. Were you was in RPT at that time?
Yeah.
You said yeah?
I was in RPT at that time.
Okay, gotcha. So growing up, what, like you being the one that raised him, you and his mother, what kind of kid was CHII growing up? I'm sure the people would love to know that.
A real funny dude, real funny dude. Happy-go-lucky kid, real like a daredevil.
Yeah.
He was a real good dude, real good kid. He stayed in some trouble though. He liked to fight.
Yeah. Like like most of us young boys, you know what I'm saying? Or
I totally.
yeah. What's one of the best moments you shared with him? Like when someone asks, what comes to mind when you think about that? One of the greatest moments.
One of the greatest moments. Got a few of them. I think it's really like when we got to go fishing and doing all that with each other.
Oh yeah.
The fish. Yeah, you like the fish.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. What was those conversations like when y'all out there fishing together?
At that age, they starting to look at girls, so you talk about women with them. You telling them do's and don'ts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a lot with girls now because now he's starting to want to do dating. He want to take them out on a date.
Yeah.
He want to get him a job. He want to, he want to do the summer youth. He want to work for my uncle company. So he had there's a lot of different conversations, but everything was for his upbringing, for the better of him.
Yeah. I got you. Let the because I had posted that I was interviewing you, and I asked for people to send in questions. One question they had was, can they know one thing about CHII that they probably wouldn't expect?
That they wouldn't expect?
Yeah, something about him, I guess, like that no one would think he's into or had an interest in, something like that.
He read the Bible like it was a rap book. He read the Bible like hell. He was baptized. He went to church every Sunday for 6 years down here.
Wow.
Yeah, they wouldn't never do that.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely. Wow. What, when I hear that, I think to myself, like what were you like instilled, like kind of, did you instill that in him, or was it just a interest he took on by himself?
The crazy thing is that my wife and my kids, my daughters, they go to church every Sunday.
Okay.
They're there now.
Gotcha.
And when he came with me down here, I would work on some Sundays. So, I'll take him with me and go with me to work. And then it just started. He wanted to go to church with me. And I didn't make him. You don't make nobody go to God. You tell them what it is, and if they choose to do it, they do it.
Yeah.
And from there, he just, his cousins, everybody go to church down here. So something he just fell in line with. And, he like music. So he go up there with the choir and get his little ushering.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. Was he always into music, or were there other things he was focused on before that?
He got his love is basketball.
Mm.
Ball right quick. I'll show you some of his plats and stuff. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, no,
And,
definitely.
Yeah, he did his thing with the ball, but he had a thing for music. It was in his family, you know what I'm saying? Grandfathers, me, uncles, cousins, everybody did something with music. So he always been trying to deal with the music.
Yeah. You say he was good in basketball. What position was he playing? Like what yeah, like you said what?
All of them.
Okay. Okay.
No BS. When I say all of them, I connect you with his coach, his guy's coach. You play, you put him in the game, any position. Got a jump shot from hell.
Yeah.
Wow. And he always been kind of tall, so when he started playing varsity, he played varsity when he was supposed to play JV.
Yeah.
And he was able to put the ball down. He was able to dunk and all that stuff.
Yeah, they only make the kids that's good. When I was in high school, if you in ninth grade, 10th grade, and you playing varsity, you going somewhere. Pretty much, that's what they saying.
When I see you with stuff to show you, you're gonna be like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All conference leader. I think he dropped 40 something points.
Damn.
2 days prior to him passing away. Dropped 27 points the game before he passed away.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did he stop playing ball? Because somebody was saying he had stopped playing ball. Was that true or no? He was playing ball all the way up until he had passed away.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy in trouble, so he was in juvenile detention. So while he was there, they had a basketball team, and they would play the other high schools and stuff like that. So they threw them a team. They threw them into a Division III gym.
Okay. Okay. Got you. All right. But how about y'all relationship? What was that like? Father and son. What was that bond like? Talk to the people about that.
It was dope. We had a hell of a relationship. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to the, you know what I'm saying, him probably get mad because I'm a strict father.
Yeah.
But we had a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like he allowed to everything else, but he's not gonna lie to home. He ain't gonna lie to his moms. He ain't gonna lie to me. He ain't gonna lie to his uncles.
Yeah.
People that can help him. He learned that caught that at an early age, so I could deal with everything else. You know what I mean? The lying be the hardest part to deal with kids. So he cut a lot of stuff in the butt with the not lying. So that right there made it a lot easier with us.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that because I have a 6-year-old, and I feel like getting him to feel comfortable to open up to me is like one of the greatest things because, and I know he's only 6 right now. Obviously, things might change when he gets older. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, exactly. It starts from early, and it feels like, all right, we could fix the other things, but if you can't even talk to me about the problems, how can I help you? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. How did you get him to get comfortable with you like that? Because I feel like this could serve as a tool for so many parents out there who's probably struggling to get through to their child. You know what I'm saying? How did you get him to open up?
I got to remember I was in the street and I was a young father, so some of the stuff that you don't think kids see, they see. And when they get a certain age, they ask questions. So now you got to do 2 things. One, you going to tell the truth or you going to lie. So when you start telling the truth for them, they feel obligated to tell the truth for you. It's just a trust bond. That's my best friend. People say, oh, you're not supposed to be a kid friend. You're not. You never be his friend. But you know where he stands as far as best friend. It's something different. We're not talking about your playmate out on the street. I'm talking about a nigga that's never gonna leave your side as far as your father. You know what I'm saying? You never want your son or your daughter to confide into another person as their friend.
Yeah, I agree.
You look for best friend, I'm your best friend, I'm your dad, I'm everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want him to confine into another man that's my best friend, because when you put in your life, you put everything in trust into another man. You shouldn't do that for the God.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I see you. I see you had mentioned he was a straight A student and he went to early college, right? You know, speak on that a little bit because I know that's another thing. People have this common misconception that once you a drill rapper, you lack knowledge, or you know what I'm saying. You know less than the average person. So speak on that time in his life.
If you check the stats, half of these drill rappers went to school. A lot of them did. A lot of them didn't, but a lot of them did. And then the ones that didn't, they got some money. They ended up going back to school to get education. The thing with them is we didn't play with education at home. My girls, nobody. We don't play with education. That's before anything. The most dangerous thing in the world is a small person. You know what I'm saying? And you can have all the guns you want. You can outwit a person. You can outthink a person. You know what I'm saying? So we always taught them that, and he didn't mind going to school. See, Jaquan liked the girls. He liked to chase the girls. Ain't no girl sit in the house. Ain't no girl sit in the house on punishment. So you know what? Let me go to school. Then I could go do this. I could do that. I could do anything else I want to do as long as I do school. And you never been dumb. Jaquan is smart. Anybody, any of his friends, anybody will tell you smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have a problem with school.
So, you know, with all that, you know, we do know at some point, you know, CHII gravitated to the streets, you know. Was that did that start in North Carolina, or did that start when he moved back to the Bronx?
When he came back to the Bronx.
You know, I would, you know, I would ask, you know, because I remember watching you talk about that, and you said how mad you was when his mother had asked for him to move to the Bronx. I want to know, you know, like
his mom is a great woman.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't do nothing wrong as far as that. I was upset with myself for sending him back, period. You know what I'm saying? You gonna blame yourself for that any day, but as far as her, yeah, she been when I ain't got no bad to say about her.
Yeah, no, definitely. My question was more so. What was the decision solely based on that? Like, yo, you know, because I know you said two things. You said your job was to give him the tools to be able to go back and live with his mother, and
the group was just to get him on track, get him through school, get him through certain things in life like that. It was, you know, I wasn't going to keep him forever. And which I didn't mind. You know, I had plans on keeping him forever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I said, you know, at the end of the day, the co-parenting, so it works on both ends. You have to agree on both ends with stuff. Even if you might not want to, you don't have to. Because she probably didn't agree with me getting him so young and keeping him so long and all that. She's a mother. But she knew that was best for him. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what's best for the kid. So we make decisions on, you know, we don't, being a father and a mother don't come with a pamphlet. They don't come with a pamphlet on how to do this thing, you know, and each kid is different. So, you know, you're going to go through different things with it, and that's just being part of a parent. But yeah, I didn't want to send him back up there. And she probably went him back up there after he got there, because she didn't. You know what I'm saying? But then by then, things transpire. You know, they start getting into the streets and, you know, cases and this, making it where you can't move and you can't do certain things. And that's when that comes about. You know, once you catch a case somewhere, you know, you're basically stuck there until you're done. And if you continuously catching cases, you might as well catch moving about it in goodbye.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. Do you ever do you ever like regret sending him, or does his mother regret asking for him, or y'all kind of take it as life God played it the way it was supposed to play out?
We always gonna have regrets because of our kids. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna regret. Damn, I shouldn't have sent them. Or damn, I shouldn't have asked them. Or damn, but she knows and I know that is no one's fault.
Yeah.
I can't blame her. She can't blame me. We can't blame each other. You know what I'm saying, for something that someone else did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, as far as that aspect of it. You know, so we can't sit back. If we did it, then yeah, but we can't blame each other for it.
Yeah.
You know, so all we can do is take it for what it is and still continue to hold each other through it. That's still forever. You know, he still exists to us. So,
without a
you know,
doubt.
that's forever.
Yeah. I like that approach, you know. I think more parents who aren't together, should view things that way. Like, yo, we a team. No matter if we're together or not, it's all about the child. Like, let's not play the blame game. Let's just see what's best for him and understand we're gonna just both do our best, and that's all we could do. I like
That's
that
a fact.
approach. Word.
True, man.
Yeah. So I know when he gets there, you know, like you say, eventually, I know you say he moves to Harlem. What made him end up moving there?
He was actually he didn't move to it. He was actually going back and forth from his mom's house down there on the weekends and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was going down to Manhattan, downtown and stuff, and he would go down there on the weekends and stuff, and then back to his mother's house, back and forth like that.
Okay.
See, people got the perception that he just came down there and ran him up. Nah, he was still living with his mother.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Did you notice when he started getting into the streets, or did he even tell you, or it was kind of like it came to you as a surprise?
It came to me as not as a surprise because your kid.
Yeah.
You'd be a fool. You don't know everything, but he down there on the weekends. You starting to catch little pictures and people saying other things. You know, so then you address it. Like I said, the honest part, he always kept it honest, so it wasn't like he lied about anything. So now it was more or less, now you got to talk to him now. Now you got to tell him what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're already been straightforward, but now you got to be all the way straightforward. Listen, this is what you're getting yourself into now. This is what you signed up for. Because at that point, people say, well, you should have did this and you should know. What you mean? I was supposed to go put my foot in his tail at 17 years old?
Yeah.
Because, at 16, he was okay. He was doing, But, 17 years old, when I'm supposed to come down there and put my foot in his tail, now I came down there and talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
I come up there and chop it up with him. We're going to something like a father person do, but I'm not gonna push him away because you can also do that. You jump on his back, now you ride his back, you push your kid away from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you scare your kid off. Now your kid don't even let you know nothing now. Now you don't know where your kid at, you don't know nothing. You went from knowing where he at and being able to communicate with him to not knowing where he at and nothing.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. It's such a thin line because it's like you want to discipline them, but you also want them to be open to you. Like, how the hell do you even? How do you get it? How do you get it? The way you should. Like,
I don't know.
yeah.
That's the part that I never figured out. Like you just do it, and if it come together, it's gonna come together.
Yeah.
Like I said, it ain't nothing set in stone. This is how you do it because everything will play out different. So I just feel like if God gonna push it that way, he gonna push it that way, and it just so happened he pushed it that way for me.
Gotcha.
So he was able to do the case though, and have that relationship.
Yeah.
So you still telling him right from wrong, but at 17, probably 18 years old, he has a mind of his own now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him no more, go in the house and go sit down at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Yeah. Did he ever even tell you that he was? I know you spoke about him joining the Grape Street Crips and all that. Did he tell you that, or was that something somebody told you?
Yeah, he told me.
Oh, he told you? Wow. What was that conversation like for you?
I was pissed off because I felt like he didn't have to join nothing.
Yeah.
I felt like the type of kid he is and who he is, he's strong by himself.
Yeah.
I don't feel he needs none of that. And I know that it don't do nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do nothing but put a target on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I didn't agree with it at all.
Yeah. What was his reasoning? Did he ever say why he felt like he wanted to, or
Now see, excuses don't get nothing done, so we didn't never throw excuses. He did it. It's the fact, I did this, Pop. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, then what are you doing to get out of it? Nah, this is what I do. All right, well, you know what you signing up for? You know what I'm saying? This is what you signing up for, and I'm going to tell you what you signing up for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if this is what you choose to do, okay. But I'm never going to agree with it.
Yeah.
You can't do it around me. You can't have it around me. None of that. His friends will tell you before the fame. Salute to Kay Flock, you know what I'm saying? Dougie B all before the fame. I spoke to them guys. They'll tell you all the time what I tell them.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Go get some chicks. Stay in school. Do that. You know what I mean? But stay out of trouble, man.
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. You know, I know, like you said, you are from RPT, and I know C I think he spent a couple of years over there in RPT as well, right? Before you moved him down to North Carolina, right?
Yeah, his mother's from that area too.
Got you. Because I think a lot of people was wanting to know, like, how was he closer to Kay Flock and than the guys over there in RPT if he grew up
I
there.
don't, I don't know.
Mm,
That part I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just took it as it coming, and on both sides, both of them young boys is good as far as good people, and musically they all good. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's all a bunch. I'm 40 years old. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think it shouldn't be
yeah,
no beef.
yeah.
You know?
I agree. I was just interviewing somebody, I think on Friday, and he's pretty young. And the thing he told me, he was, I was like, why do y'all do it? And his response was, when I was a kid, I was into other things, but I moved a certain place and I just inherited certain issues that the older guys had. Do you feel like there's truth to that or not?
I think it's a whole lot of truth to that. I think a lot of these kids now don't even know why they really beefing. Like you just told you, you don't know. That's what he basically said. You don't know why he beefing with others.
That's
He
true.
told you that in short words, he told you he inherited older people beef. So that means that me being an older person, I can tell you anything.
Yeah,
I'm not always going to tell you the truth because I'm not even man enough to tell you not to do it. Because if anything, we'll be squashing that beef so that our little ones don't have to do it.
yeah.
So you can't expect him to tell you the truth if he ain't going to tell you not to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they don't even know why. But yeah, a lot of stuff that go on is because of the older guys had their own thing going, and instead of stopping it and telling their nephews and sons and brothers and them, it ain't even like that. Y'all just grew up together too, chill. You
Yeah,
got one side of the project, you don't fuck with the other side.
yeah,
So yeah, there's a lot of beefs that's inherited.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure because I'm sure it's like kind of like I guess difficult to for you because it's like I grew up here and my son has issues with people from over there. But I did see that T Dot, who is another rapper from RPT, he did extend some love out to him when he passed away. He did do that. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming there are people there who still have love for him, but you know, for you, that was it difficult to see like, damn, this my boy got issues with somewhere my
Hell yeah.
own stomping grounds.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because I got love for both of them. I
Hmm.
got love with my son. The love for my son is unconditional. It's different. But for as far as the young boys and their young boys, step aside my son, their young boys, I got love for both sides of them. Like I love them both. I want to see them win. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I know that there's issues there that I can't account for. Like it's like you just drop a nigga right there in the middle of Blood in the Crip house, and he in the middle of that joint. And when they argue from porch to porch, but they're yelling through there. So now it's like, man, pick a side. But at the age I am, there's no picking sides. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth, both of y'all niggas chill out and get to that bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like it's spread. I know fathers and mothers and we sisters and brothers. We grew up together.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Did you ever try to like because I feel like for, for me I would have probably like, yo, can I come over there and try to smoothen things out?
I've spoken on the phone with different individuals. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
put their names up, but
Uh-huh.
I've spoken to different individuals with my son and with different people. And I was over there in towers and spoke to different people on the phone and try to stop certain things. Like, I mean, I don't know they beef, and I don't want to know they beef. See,
Yeah.
that's how you stay out the way of being biased. You don't really know nothing. You know what I'm saying? All I know is they not gonna do no harm to my son. My son don't do no harm to them. That's not what we here for.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm pumping. I can't say what somebody's gonna do, but obviously we see that. But
Yeah.
I'm basically telling everybody that I come at peace and ain't no smoke with me, and they know that we grew up together. There's no smoke with me,
Absolutely.
and they don't have, and there shouldn't be no smoke with none of them. The New York is different, man. Well, that's another topic, but yeah,
Yeah.
it should be no smoke with none of them. It's an awkward position, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I agree. Now let's talk about the music. How about when he started doing music? How did you initially feel when you heard your son doing drill music and you're listening to the content. The content might be a little dark, but you're seeing him be successful at it. You know what I'm saying? What was that like for you?
I was cool with everything but dissing the dead.
Gotcha.
I was cool with dissing each other. That's called friendly competition. As long as ain't no harm being done, we could diss each other all day. I'm cool with dissing each other. Big Pop, Nas, everybody, Mob Deep, everybody dissed each other.
Yeah.
But dissing the dead, I didn't agree with whether he did it or whoever did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him doing this thing, you know, and I was cool with that. I was cool that he was doing this thing.
Yeah.
I was all right with that. Just like I said, anybody dissing the dead, I don't agree with. So I didn't agree with him doing it to them. I don't agree with him doing it to anybody. I don't agree with. I didn't come up in the hell when we did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing him go from like seeing him kind of go from never doing music to instantly gaining all those views. You know, what was those conversations like? I'm sure he probably was excited to tell you, because I know you used to take him to the studio with you when you was rapping. You know, so what was that like?
Yeah, we had a conversation. You emailed me at the time. He emailed me. You know, his girlfriend at the time. We all be on three-way conversations, and he'd say, you know, I'm about to go up. I'm going up. I'm going up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, email me. You know, I'm about to go up, right? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, he started anything he touched will go. Touch that basketball, he could have went pro. He do this, anything he touch, he go. So I'm like, anything you want to do, he can do. So
Yeah.
and I'm not doubt him at all. I didn't doubt him at all. I was just like, yo, just be careful with it. You know, the lane you want to be careful, but you know, I'm jacking. You can do your thing.
Gotcha. All right. What was your favorite song by CHII?
Sanctioned and hip hop.
Gotcha. Okay, and why?
Sanctioned. I knew he could actually rap. I knew he could put some bars together. He tell a story now. He stay on concept. You know what I mean? Then hip hop. If he was alive, he would have went to the moon. That was gonna take him out the lane. He was going somewhere different with hip hop.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, he told me he had the song, but every time he give me something, you know, I'd be put his music, and he'd be like, "Nah, Dad, the unreleased people won't get it, so we gotta take it down off my IG and shit." So yeah, he let me listen to a little bit of that hip hop joint, and shit I heard, I was like, yeah. But when you actually get to see the visuals to it, I was like, yeah, that was it. He was gone.
Yeah.
He was out of there.
Yeah, that when y'all put that out, that shot like right away got so many views.
I'm gonna tell you now, little Mel Shoots, Demon Time, you know what I'm saying, Kay Flock, Mom's Mama Flock, Kay Flock himself, who I forgot, I forgot who made that beat. It was like Elvis or Glow maybe, I'm not sure, but and a cahoots, all of them, they did that. You know what I'm saying? Kay approved it. You know, his management, all them niggas was like, yeah, let's put it out there for him. And so they gave him an extra little kick, you know, to get people to hear him. Yeah. So I definitely appreciate them for that.
That's what's up. Salute to them. Well, I know before you said you had an issue with him dissing the dead. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, like you said, you jacked everything but that. You know, a lot of these kids, I feel like now, you know, with this drill, that's the thing. You have to be as disrespectful as you can be. It's less being witty and lyrical, and more so, how can I disrespect? How can I disrespect? So, you know, sad to say, but what is it like now when people diss him now that he's gone?
For one, I feel like I know for a fact that you don't have to diss the dead. I'm gonna send you something to hear, because this ain't the time. I'm gonna send you something, and you can do drill without dissing the dead. Yeah. And you can also drill without name dropping. And B Love showed you that you can convert it over and go mainstream with it. Yeah. You know, without dissing the dead. He got a couple of joints where, you know, you try, I see where you're going with it. Yeah. But when it said, I feel like at the age I am, I know it's not the right thing to do. So, you know, it's going to piss you off because it's your kid. You'll be a fool and you'll be a liar. Say, nah, it don't make you mad. It make you mad, but at the end of the day, you grown. You don't come up on that smoking and all. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I know what it means. That's why it pissed me off. But I know not to let it get you. You can't get you bent out of shape. You're 40 years old. And they say you're smoking on this. All right, well, you nasty. You want to smoke today? I just tell you this: don't smoke me when I die. I'm fat, funky. You don't want to smoke me. Like that's how I give it up. Like, I don't like it's so big that to me. Like you know what I mean? It doesn't move anything. It's just disrespectful in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't move nothing. There's nothing that's gonna get you bent out of shape.
Yeah.
But you know, these kids, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so crazy because the origin of smoking on somebody was positive. So it's like if people don't even know the origin, but that really started out with Tupac, and he actually wanted the outlaws to smoke his ashes in a positive way, but it just changed to something negative now. So it's like,
yeah, that's Chicago, man.
You said what?
I said a Chicago thing did it.
Yes, they changed it into something negative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to the tragic night when he lost his life. Did you know he was going to Brooklyn that day, or did you know he was going to the studio? Talk about that.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know. I got a call from his girlfriend. His girlfriend called me and told me what happened to him. And then the doctor called me.
Got you. It was that night she called you, like right after, or the next day?
No, she called me right there.
Jesus Christ. She was there, or she was home?
No, she was there. She was there, and she called me. She called me right then and there.
Okay. I know you said his girlfriend. Is that Jamira or Jamira or something like that? Sorry to the young lady if I spelled her name wrong. I mean it's pronounced her name wrong, But what was your initial reaction when you heard the news?
I thought he was gonna be all right. I'm like, boy, strong. You're gonna be all right. Let me get up there, though. I gotta get up there. Let me get up there.
Yeah.
That's my thing. He's gonna be all right. You ain't gonna think. You don't want to think negative.
Absolutely.
Then you get that call, and that should flip your world. But at that moment, you don't want to think negative. You're like, you're gonna be good. He's straight.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At any point did you feel like you wanted revenge?
Nah. You just that's you just ask God to take the hate out your heart.
Yeah.
Revenge. You just carrying on the same thing.
Wow. That's so. Yeah.
I would like to know that God punished them. I would love to know it and how. I would love to know that.
Yeah.
I would love to know that, but to play him, I ain't. Hell no.
Yeah. And that was also one of my questions too. What would you want to see happen to the person who was committed for the crime? Nobody been charged with that, right?
No.
Yeah. So yeah, like, would you want to see the justice be served and everything?
No, I'm not the police, so I'm gonna let the police do their job. But I would love to know what God do to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as police, let them do their job.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's interesting that you say that, because a question of mine, like, we as a lot of us who have been raised in the streets, we've adopted this mentality of, well, you forced to. It's already set in stone. Once you take that street path, you can't fraternize with police officers or want to see somebody go to jail or things like that. But I asked myself,
I don't know. There's certain cases, you want to see people go to jail or street justice for certain things, but certain things you will let it play how God gonna let it play.
Yeah. Gotcha. After his passing, a lot of people started to argue and all these things. And people got online arguing. And before I get to that, a couple of what I say allegations. A couple of people made allegations and accusations, actually. So I asked, do you feel like his friends played a role in that, or no?
Nah, I don't think so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Gotcha. And the reason why I asked that is my follow up question is because I recently interviewed Nas EBK. We had a really great interview. He was very transparent about how he felt about everything. Asian Doe had made comments about him saying that he said Dougie B lined CHII. Did you ever think that that was true? And when you heard that, what ran through your mind?
I felt like she heard that from somewhere, but it wasn't Nas EBK, and I don't believe Dougie did that. So it was like it sounded like to me it sounded like she was upset probably with somebody and they getting into it, and she threw that out there because from what I thought they had broke up or something, and all this messy shit. So I'm thinking she messy, so I'm thinking some messy shit.
Yeah.
And at the end, I don't want the brothers going at each other or beefing with each other over something that I don't even believe.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no. You don't want that going on. Let them boys be great, get their money.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I know you did speak highly of Nas. You said said that of most of his friends, Nas was the one that reached out.
He did.
Yeah.
And still, I asked him certain shit about music, with my son music, and should I put this out or can I put this out, or how you feel about this? And we'll talk about that. We don't, or if I talk about my son, we'll talk about that. But as far as other shit, we don't get into none of that. Because at the end of the day, he wasn't even there. So to even have conversations with him about that, it makes no sense. He wasn't even there.
Yes, I agree. That's what's up.
But he definitely reached out from the second day he got in touch with me.
Yeah.
The day after that happened, he got in touch with me. I've been in touch since.
Yeah. We also seen you spoke to Dougie B. What was that conversation like?
Just he just mad it happened. You know what I'm saying? Mad it happened. You know what I'm saying? Dougie B get too emotional. Dougie B be emotional, but I understand him though. You know what I'm saying? That's his people's, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like when people putting people against each other. That's his man's, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I know of them before the fame. Yeah. Before all this extra shit, I remember them being together, so I know who they are with them. You know, man, I had conversations with my son, and he tell me who his friends are, who and what he feel like, and this, that. So he ain't never had nothing bad to say about them.
Yeah, gotcha. Did you ask him why would Asian say that?
No, I didn't ask him that. We didn't even have that conversation about it.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie, that would have probably been my first question. I know.
Nah, there's no problem, because I don't believe he said that to her, and I don't believe Nas did. It could have been a nigga she in Brooklyn with, and the nigga didn't say, yo, I feel like this happened, or I feel like that happened, and then she ran and said, I feel like this, and then when you say that, and the heat of the moment of everything going on, then the internet twisting shit, then you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? But anybody could have said that around her. It could have been people that don't like my son. Yes. She's around everybody. Yeah. So it could have been anybody that said it. It didn't have to be Nas or Dougie or this one. So that's why I even had a conversation with them. They know where they stand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They know where they stand with me. They good people. They good with me. I ain't got nothing against none of them boys, man.
I know you did say you wanted to speak to Asian. Did you ever get a chance to talk to her?
No, because that's the person I wanted to ask who told you that.
Okay.
And why would you bring up my son in your conversation?
Yeah.
That's like a viral moment. That's how I looked at it. Let me go viral, because at the end of the day, if y'all had that conversation, you knew saying that on the internet, you was viral. You go viral. That's what you said. Yeah. So you knew it. You said that right then and there. That's what it was going to do. Yeah. It was going to send people going crazy. Everybody going to make speculations, and then, everything, get out of whack. I'm happy it didn't go nowhere, but because it shouldn't have went nowhere.
Okay. Gotcha. I know these last couple of years, so many mothers and fathers, they lost children to the streets on both sides, and just to name a few, I'm not going to name everybody, but we have Raji's, Delilah, Nazi, B Diddy, and more. So many people, I'm not naming, but would you ever get together with these parents to do something like help stop the violence? That's a question so many people have.
I speak to two of the parents now that passed away in the Bronx.
Yeah.
and we're trying to figure out how we can put something together because the government, they don't want that anyway. So, they're not really going to help you too much with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ones that's established, they ain't going to help you unless you come with a bag right now. So, but I do talk to like 2 of them and one of their uncles.
Okay.
So, I am in the process of putting something together with that.
Yeah. Could you say like who you spoken to or?
No, I ain't gonna put their family out there.
Okay, no problem.
See, it's touchy with because this drill stuff, they got actual beef. Like I would have never thought it was this real until now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you lose kids out here. We lost young. We didn't lose them at that early like that growing up and that fast. Like these kids are dying rapidly.
Early.
Yeah, early. Real early.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. Yeah. But for me, my platform PPhilms, I would definitely love to see that. Like parents get together and all that. I think that would be beautiful. I know in Chicago, I know some of the ladies out there, some of the parents out there got together. I guess they had like conversations. They shared that common thing. They lost their children as well. And I seen you had posted about FBG Duck's mother. Yeah,
Mama.
Word.
She went through a whole lot, and that's what I'm plugging in with her. I like her. She's a straight shooter.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't playing no games with it. That's still my condolences to her. She just lost another one like her son.
Yeah, FBG Cash. Word. It's crazy.
So, yeah. Most definitely. I'm trying to see. I wonder. We're going to figure it out because we got to figure out some type of way to stop them from killing each other.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I think if they start with stop dissing the dead, I think a lot of stuff will slow down.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I agree. And I just want to say, like, if there's any way that I could help with that, just let me know, and I would love to help y'all and assist y'all in that.
I appreciate you.
No doubt. I know. You're on YouTube now and managing artists. Tell us a little bit about that.
Little young boy I got, Praise B. He's drill rapper. He doesn't diss the dead.
Yeah.
He don't diss the dead, and he don't name drop. And he's putting out good music almost just as well as what you hear out there now.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm busy on. Anything that could try, like you said, how do we get to him? Maybe if you hear how it sounds, you'll mess with it. Maybe if you see that this kid is nice and he ain't got to diss the dead, he ain't got to diss and shoot and kill his ops, and he ain't got no ops. 15 years old with the consent and approval of his family, his father and his mother, I manage him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm showing that it can be done. That's why I'm looking at it. I'm not looking, like I said, it has the core sign with my son. And I think if you stop dissing the dead, a lot of these kids might be alive. A lot of these kids will still be saving some more kids. So now if they're looking at this young boy here, he's 15, they 15, I could do it too. Yeah. If he could do it, because a lot of these kids ain't ready to die. They don't want to die. They're just out there doing what they're doing. They don't think about that part right there.
Yeah.
Half of them be too high to think about it.
Yeah, so that's the truth.
Start there. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm doing it with the artists. If I can get an artist that's not dissing the dead and can do the drill rap and stick in there with some of the best, that's what I'm dealing with. Gotcha. It has to have some meaning to it.
Okay, that's what's up. How can an artist who is talented, not dissing the dead, following all those guidelines, reach out to you?
CHII Pops, CHII_. Is it CHII_ Pops on IG or Lance Watts on YouTube.
Okay.
And they just need me a message or something, and we'll figure it out from there. I ain't no big time person. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm trying to figure out. My thing is to keep his name going. You build a label in his name. You build something that has a meaning to his name now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not a t-shirt company. You got people, because that's what they're doing. They put them on a t-shirt. After 6 months, everybody tomorrow, you try to come up with your kid. You trying to come up with yourself, okay? So if I shut up and in 6 months, nobody will talk about my son no more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you want me to do.
Exactly.
So I'm past things of caring about what other people think. And I figure if I build something in his name lives forever. I could die 10 years from now, but his family got a company going. CHII Records still going. They got artists that still pumping out that label.
Yeah.
Money's still being generated. He still has a mother. He has sisters and brothers. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He was going to do that if he was alive. He was going to make sure his mother was straight. He was going to make sure his sisters and brothers were straight.
Yeah.
I don't mention the father because I always told him the men we can fend for ourselves.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about keeping his name going.
I agree.
And if I stop, ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah. And I do have questions about that too. But I did want to ask this, and I hate to ask these questions, but this is something that was brought to my attention, and people, like I said, people did send questions in. Are you familiar with a YouTube page called Knowledge Reborn 2.0?
Yes,
okay.
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, I almost feel ashamed asking the question, but
all you gotta do is look at it yourself. You see,
yeah,
I ain't gonna get too deep into it. I can't.
Okay.
But I'll tell you.
Yeah. So like I said, I hate to ask it. It's just when I put the post out, he commented. I didn't even know who he was. Huh?
He went crazy with your joint.
Yeah.
Bronx.
Yeah, but okay. I didn't and I didn't want to I let the people ask their questions, and I'm not biased to anybody,
all you gotta do is look at that joint. You'll be able to tell from this. You can just look at it and see what it is like. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna take a deeper look into it. He did say, he was like, how dare you allow this rapist to come on your platform and try to lie to these people. If you want to interview someone, interview his girlfriend who knows CI's story, not this clown clout chasing, and all of that. Where is he getting this from? Like the rapist and abuse stuff.
Hey, that joke goes so deep right there, bro. That shit is nasty. But see him, he's how can I put it without saying it? If you go watch it yourself, you'll see what it is.
Okay.
When you got somebody telling you I'm gonna put you in jail, or you gonna go to jail and all type of weirdo shit, going into profiles and stalking his mother, shit like that, weirdo shit like stalking his mother. See, this is the same guy that told me he'll piss on my son's grave.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like with him is I'll do anything to tarnish you. Yeah. I'll do anything. You know what I'm saying? They told me he'll piss on my son's grave.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's where it started from.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I think the little nigga up and piss on his grave.
Why?
Like
is this somebody you know knew in the past? Like why?
We knew each other for like 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
And we had a fallout. And when we had the fallout, he got with a little crew. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just the piss on the grave thing.
Okay.
So it went deep as far as this nigga been trolling me since my son died February 6th. He been trolling me since like February 8th.
Wow. Damn, that's 2 days after, man.
Yeah, he's been going. I'm talking about like, I'm talking about nasty word. All you gotta do is check it out yourself. I want you to check it out.
Yeah, I looked at some of and I did listen to some of the interview with Jumeirah. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the name, but I did check that out. I didn't look at all his content, but I was like, damn, I feel so ashamed to ask this question, but I kind of have to as it is part of the job. But like you saying, CHII died February 6th, February 8th, he started trolling you. What, like, you ain't even get to heal or grieve, like.
I've been getting trolled since February 8th.
Wow.
With 3 or 4 different people.
Oh, man.
With 3 or 4 different, just going. I'm talking about non-stop going. But I got Hollywood. I got to the point where, I don't even give a shit now.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, let me tell you, once I realized this, if a person tell you they got your address, right? and they'll rather post your address up on the internet instead of going. We're not dealing with too much now. You're dealing with internet shit. You're not dealing with nothing that's going to be real life. The only way is real life is when they do stuff like send people to your house or certain things like that. Then it becomes real life.
Understood.
You know, so
understood. Yeah.
It's just weirdo shit. Like I said, if I take time on my day to go stalk your baby mama Facebook page, something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
If I want to stalk your baby mama page to find a comment that you leave pertaining to your son or something, that's weirdo shit. Like, what the fuck do you care what I say to my baby mother?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not dealing with children. We're dealing with grown men and women. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
If it was coming from a kid, you'd be like, all right, it went in. When you got grown ass, I'm talking about grown ass men doing this shit, that shit is nasty work, man.
Yeah. Understood. You know, I guess that's CHI's girlfriend. She was on the platform, you know.
Yeah.
She said, you know, she made comments basically saying, did you have a relationship with her or no? Like what was y'all relationship like?
I really can't do too far to it with her. But I don't have nothing bad to say about the other girl.
Okay.
Still I ain't got nothing bad to say about her.
Yeah.
She got a lot of shit bad to say about me, but I don't have nothing bad to say about her.
Alright. Yeah, I will say one thing, you know, she said they were taking care of CHI and stuff like you.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I can talk a little bit about that. My son, they stayed with my son's mother for over a year. Okay. My son's mother house caught on fire. That's how she could get up in the shelter. Our house caught on fire, so he didn't want to stay at the shelter, so he ended up going back and forth there before he had to go do his juvenile. That's how he was staying there. He didn't live there and this, that, and that's not the case.
Oh, okay.
The mother house caught on fire. And she was actually staying with the mother as well.
Oh, wow. So he was living with his mother with his girlfriend, and then the house caught on fire. Then he moved into the shelter.
Yeah.
And then he goes to his girlfriend's mother's house.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That's
man.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit I can't really get into, but yeah, that's what happened with that situation.
Yeah, you know, I know you don't want to get into a lot of things, but I'm not gonna lie. So, with you clearing things up, I don't know. Sometimes, because I've had this conversation with people, like, yo, you gotta. I think you should clear it up. I think there's a time to stay silent, but there's also a time.
Let me tell you something I do want to clear up.
Yeah.
I heard the pistol whipping thing. Somebody said I pistol whipped my son.
Yeah.
Now, when you pistol whip somebody, that means that, you know, you're going to take skin off their ass. Ain't nobody in the world been pistol whipped and they had a mark on their ass. So you show a mark on that boy's body anywhere, indicating a pistol whip. And then you in North Carolina doing that. So you gotta listen to the story. The story was that he was pistol whipped because he was Crip and I was a blood. That was the story. My son didn't turn Crip until he got to New York.
Yeah.
My son wasn't Crip in North Carolina.
No, the story. Well, from her, she said, I guess he got into a fight and then he went home, and then that's when you did that.
Oh, no, I heard that he was a Crip in the blood.
Okay.
So he got pistol because he got into a fight at school.
Yeah.
Come on, man, make that shit make sense.
Yeah.
A father go pistol with his son for having a fight in school. You want your son to kick a nigga ass.
Exactly. Yeah, somebody messing.
So that would be the dumbest thing. That's not even negotiable. You supposed to kick a nigga ass if you violate. That's part of the rules of being a man.
Yeah.
So if you had a better excuse on why he got pistol whipped, then we could talk. But because he had a fight in school, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. I would have loved for him to kick a nigga ass, and he did.
Exactly.
And he did.
I say that all the time. Like, I tell my kid now, like, if somebody's bothering you and you defend yourself, yup, you could tell me and I'm gonna come up to that school.
I come from New York.
Yeah.
I want him to kick his ass. And we down south, and I know they're gonna try him. He's from New York. They're gonna try him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a given. You know what I'm saying? He in the country. He a city boy. They gonna try him off the rip.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
to pistol whip him for kicking a nigga ass, that would be some backward shit. Then you're gonna go to jail here.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You can't hide these type of things. An ass whooping, you know what I'm saying, you can hide, but a pistol whipping, you can't hide that shit.
Yeah. No,
Let's
I
be
feel you.
serious.
I feel
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I work for the state. So how the hell are you gonna hide that and do what you? Hell no, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But I did hear that shit though.
Yeah. No, I understand. I do think it's commendable that you as a grown man to even say that, you know, I have nothing negative to say about her.
You know why? Because she's a child, and I expect her to say certain things and do certain things that she's in.
Yeah.
I expect these things. So at the end of the day, I don't want no grown ass man talking to my child. Period.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So when we was conversating, we cut ties. That's it. There's no communication there. My son, he's not here anymore, so I shouldn't have any communication with you no more.
Okay. Understandable. That's understandable.
And to be honest to you, me and I never had no issues.
Wow.
We never did.
You and CHII or her?
No, me and her.
Wow. Okay.
No bullshit. That's real shit. I got messages from her and everything where, you know, pops this and pops that and pops this. Like that's why I said I don't have nothing bad to say about her.
Yeah.
I still got messages from her. Yo, pops, talk to your son about this and that. And I get on his behind. Your son, stop doing this. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'll hit me up. Hey, pops, this, that, whatever. Hey, I call her, nigga, yo, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing this. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. So that's why I said I really don't have. She might have bad stuff to say about me, but I have nothing bad to say about her.
Yeah. No, I respect that. You know, she said, you know, CHII wasn't happy and he didn't get to express himself and he actually tried to run away. Like, did he ever express that he was unhappy with certain things?
No, he never tried to run away. Mm-mm. Hell no. I heard that he tried to run away on a 4-wheeler back in New York. Somebody said that too.
Yeah.
These are the things that I hear. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. You gotta be shitting me. The boy was good here. Yeah. He didn't want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He did the average young boy shit. Like I said, he had damn near every fucking thing, everything that he could possibly want.
Yeah.
All he wanted to play ball.
Yeah.
So if he would have tried to run away, trust me, his mama would have been in my ass. Yeah. If it would have been anything where she felt that he was in harm's way or anything, his mama would have been in my ass.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So she wasn't hearing none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what you gotta look at too. It wasn't a single parent father. You know what I'm saying? He had a mother too. Yeah.
You know, like when I see all that has all that has unfolded, I ask myself, you know, how do you deal with that? Like, how? Because it's like, you know, that seems so tough to deal with. That's the whole internet coming at you and saying a bunch of things. You know, how do you take that? How do you handle that?
Your street nigga shit kick in and say, ain't nobody gonna put in no work. So I mean, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever it is that you feel. That's your way of expressing yourself. Yeah. See, but see, I came up in the era of 3 o'clock after school. I came up in that era. Gotcha. I came up when niggas walked to other projects and handled their shit and all that. So when niggas be talking all that shit don't mean nothing. Mm-hmm. And then the people around them know what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing too. So I don't feed into it. Like I said, you didn't lose your kid. I lost my kid. There's nothing you can say to me. The worst already been done. So however you feel about me really don't mean shit because it's not about me. It's about my son. You see, for a nigga to chase clout, I got to be doing stuff that I'm going to benefit off of. Yeah. See, what people know is in this world here is something called nothing for free. So when you see me putting this or that, if I put the animated videos out, I have to pay for that. So I'm going to pay for it. That's my son. Yeah. So when you think of it, people look at, oh, he's putting this out, he's putting this up. What are you getting off of it? Because in order to get any money off of streams and all that, you got to do 1 million streams, 2 million streams. I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know how much streams are. You podcast. You know how to do it. You know what it is.
Absolutely.
So let's be serious. What you want to get, $20? $10?
Gotcha.
So the people, when you talk, you have to talk with knowledge. You have to talk with some type of common sense with me. If the shit don't make no sense, I ain't gonna feed into it. And a lot of shit don't make sense to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me. My son wasn't no punk. So even if he felt like that about me, he would have tried me. It would have been a story of him trying me. My son ain't no punk. He ain't just let you do any and everything to him. And then at the point of when he passed away, my son was a grown ass man.
Yeah.
I still got messages from 3-4 days, the day before. I got messages the day before he passed away. All the way, probably years of shit. Videos, all types of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, trust me, if my son felt any way about me, he would have tried me.
Yeah.
He would have tried anybody. Jaquan ain't no punk.
Yeah, that's understandable. Did you ever see the screenshots between her and him? See her and his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you feel when you seen that?
I felt like he did what he was supposed to do. He just got caught cheating with her best friend.
Oh no, I didn't know about that. I was more so talking about the screenshot, but like how he felt like, oh, you know.
Yeah, because he I mean, come on, I'm gonna be honest. When you grew up and you got caught or you did something wrong and you want to kiss ass, you play the soft story. You have to do that. You kiss ass. What made him any difference?
Yeah.
I mean, how many you told a woman that, you know, you went through something you didn't go through, or this right here, just so that you can get the soft story out of it, so you can get that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If I bone your friend or I bone some chick or somebody close to you or something and I get caught, I'm gonna say anything I gotta say to get you back.
That's a fact. You see, wow.
If I tell you I love you and I'm sorry, and you know I had a hard life, and you know my dad never taught me how to be a man, and you know I'm gonna say that.
Gotcha.
Or my mom did for me. I just need your love, and yeah, I'm gonna say whatever it takes.
Understood. Gotcha. All right. Bet. You know.
See, the question that a lot of people ask me that I don't answer.
You said what?
I'm going to tell you a question that a lot of people ask me that I don't answer.
What's that?
And then talking, I should answer it. How do you feel about these posts popping up with your son's girlfriend laid up with these different men and all this different stuff, and taking pictures of him while he sleeps, sending them to other men and all this stuff? That's what was asked of me, these questions. Wow. You know, and so see that right there showed me that you can say whatever you want about me. I have no ill will towards you. Once I seen stuff like that, there was no loyalty to him. I know it's not for me.
Gotcha.
I have to treat it like I would treat it any other situation.
Okay. And
if you didn't have no loyalty for my son, I know it's not for me. I don't expect you to talk good about me.
Yeah.
But as a grown man, I'm not going to talk bad about you.
Yeah. And those pictures came from when she was dating him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah.
It's on the internet. That's just on the internet. That's just public information.
Wow. Okay. Damn. You know, I think it would. I understand. Like you know, like I said before, sometimes people feel like they don't want to speak about things, but I definitely thought it was important for you to speak on your side, and especially the way you spoke up for Nas EBK under my post. I have to commend you on that, because sometimes a lot of people just stay silent, but I feel like when it comes to real issues, people should give their opinion and let the people know. You know what I'm saying? So I truly respect you and commend you for giving your side. You know.
I appreciate you for letting me speak it. I'm not gonna run from it. See, I know. See, when you got people, you got something called haters. Then you got people that just do the devil work. Niggas just don't like you. They're gonna try any and everything that they could possibly do. And then when it don't work, they slander the people that didn't fall for their bullshit.
Yeah.
See, that's shit that they get on. If you don't feed into it, then they mad at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's my thing. So the thing is this: grown men, you go your way, I go my way. if I got that much hate in my heart for somebody and I know where they at, what's stopping you?
Yeah.
What's stopping you is you. Because if I had that much hate in my heart for something, like I told a lot of people, a couple of people, not a lot, because a lot of people, everybody fuck with me. It's just a certain couple of people. But like I told people, man, you're not my enemy. You know what I'm saying? You throwing yourself in my lane. You throw yourself in my lane. I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that killed my son is the problem I got. I don't have no issue with nobody else in the world.
Yeah.
So like put yourself in my lane. When you can easily go your way. That's simple. But you make it your business to worry about what I'm doing and what's up with me.
Yeah.
Like people don't have eyes and can't see what I'm doing. Nigga, I just want these kids to stop killing themselves. I don't give a fuck what you talk about with me.
Yeah.
You ain't saying nothing. Because what you doing ain't helping it. It ain't helping nothing. What you doing ain't helping not one motherfucking kid out there. Not one kid. All you doing is showing that the older you get, the dumber you get. That's all you showing. You showing it. So, because at what age do you stop? I'm just keeping it honest. At what age do you stop burning your fingers out?
Yeah.
We come up in an era where we ain't even supposed to be on a computer like that. So you mean to tell me that you're gonna burn yourself out on a computer trying to defame another nigga? The only way you're gonna defame me is if you come and see me in real life. Other than that, you're wasting your time, my nigga. You burning yourself out.
Yeah.
Because see, in order to fuck with a nigga, he gotta care about it. See, I don't care. Like I said, the worst already happened. So whatever you say and do is not gonna determine how I move. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna get in my car. I'm still gonna ride that. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do and what I've been doing until you show me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I live like that. That's why it don't bother me. That's why I'm more focused on my son. That's why he clout chasing. He doing this. He doing that. Why? Because the kids want to hear me tell him to stop. That's all they want to hear. They don't give a fuck about who I am. Those are my son fans, dummy.
Yeah.
Those ain't my fans. Those are my son fans.
Yeah.
I just got respect for my son father. That's it. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. And I'm not kicking bullshit in the air. I'm telling them niggas to stop.
Yeah.
What are you showing them? You showing them to keep going. Mm-hmm. If grown men can't even stop, what make you think we gonna stop? You can't tell me to stop and you doing something. How you gonna tell me not to sell weed and you sell weed?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I move around that shit. That shit is a waste of my time. I don't give it no energy.
Gotcha.
When you give it, you keep going. But like you said, sometimes a lot that's not contested becomes the truth.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the time to contest it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I really don't care what they say, though. Gotcha. I really don't.
Understood. So I think something a lot of people would want to know is there more music coming out from CHII?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
You got your boy, right? He passed away. Now his brother has access to, certain things and stuff like that keeps his name going, right?
Yeah.
Would you cut him access to that because you don't have it, or would you let him push his name on?
I think once my boy passes away, I want to see his name live on forever. That's just me, forever. Like, no matter.
Now, mine, I don't personally care, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still going to push his name. It doesn't matter under how. I go out here with flyers with his picture and I got to.
Yeah,
so the girlfriend cut his IG, so that he passed away and all that stuff, so that I wouldn't have access to it.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? But you just threw away 39,000 followers of his. Not mine. Those not my followers. See, this is what you think. It's not hurting me, you hurting him.
Yeah. His legacy, yeah.
That's what you care about.
Oh, man.
See, these are things, certain things, there's a lot of different things, and that's why I don't really get too much into it, because when you got people that's battering the bad side of it, that's all they're going to look at. They're only going to look at what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the ones that's going to look at everything around the board, and then they get it what it is. But at the end of the day, all I'm telling niggas, now take this out on your show. I'm telling niggas, go y'all way. I'm going my way, y'all go y'all way. I've been telling niggas this shit since my son died. Since I pissed on his grave. See, they ain't typed that in there for you. They ain't type in there, "I piss on his grave." But you know what he gonna tell you? He gonna tell you, "Oh, he said fuck my dead mother."
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me at 45 years old, we gonna go back and forth about who said what, to the point where you got two sons and you gonna come out and say, I'll piss on his grave." That little nigga buried in a brown bag. He buried in a brown bag behind a school or behind something. He said, "I piss in his grave." Yeah, this is the same thing we talking about, bro.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. So you want me to listen to anything else? Once you said that, our conversation is dead, nigga. So for you to have 4 months worth of conversation, you bored. You are bored because after what you said about pissing on his grave, that conversation is there right there.
Yeah. Understood. Yeah. That's
You know?
that's hard for any man to hear about their child. Yeah. Definitely. Listen,
We're
man.
not talking about kids. We're talking about grown men.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree.
Scary.
Yeah, and I want to say the reason I brought up the music too, I want to say, like, if there's ever any promotion you need from our end, you got that for free. I just want to, show my support to both CHII, you, and even his legacy. So any music you have that you'd like me to repost or promote, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
I totally appreciate you, P. We're gonna try to put a little mixtape joint together for his birthday. You know, they gave him his own day.
Yeah.
He got Jay on his birthday, so we're gonna try to push something that's next year. We're gonna push something for his birthday.
Gotcha.
You don't want to put everything out and then you ain't got nothing.
Exactly. I feel you. Well, you got my number, so anything you need, just reach out. If I could do that, I got you. Last thing before we go, I'd like to ask, how would you want CHII to be remembered by the people?
The way y'all last seen him, the way y'all last remembered him. You know what I'm saying? If he was your favorite rapper, because you got a lot of young boys that hate me saying that's his favorite rapper and this that. I want you to remember him how you remember them last, as long as it's in a positive way. For the ones that had issues with him, learn from it. Just know that could be you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing wrong, stop doing it now. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But remember him how you remember him last, because he was him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fake no jack. So if he was one way with you today, that's the way he was. That's him. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have changed up on you. So if you don't see that and he was any way with you, keep that same energy.
Yeah. Gotcha. I think again, I just want to say I truly appreciate your time. I want to say, obviously send my condolences to you, the family, and despite what people are saying, I do see that you are trying to push CHI's legacy. And listen, man, I could never knock a father for supporting his child, whether he's alive or not. Like, cause just keep doing your thing, and you got my support, man.
Man, I appreciate you, Pete.
You got it, man. Have a good day.
All right, you too.